Hello friends, this is Deepak Khandelwal from the Solution Providers, talking about a subject which is very important for every businessman, is how to build your brand right. There are a lot of points which goes into building a brand right, but I'm going to talk about 5 basic elements which you have to consider when you are building your company's brand. It could be any product, it could be any services, but what are the important points which goes into building a brand, so that in future when you do any marketing activity, when you try to connect with your customers, when you try to do any sort of promotional activities, the brand what you have with you is spelled out in the right way, is understood by your customers in the right way. So here I am going to talk about 5 important points how to get your brand right. The first point, friends, is very obvious and very important, is the name of your brand. We are not talking about logo here, that comes later. We are talking about the name of the brand. There are a lot of consumer brands in the market. So when you talk about a certain name, the name should be such that you can relate it with a certain meaning. Now the secret part here is you should try to name your brand in such a way that when a person reads that brand, first of all, it means something, or there is a hidden meaning which you can explain to your customers. For example, there are brands which doesn't mean anything, but when you try to segregate their name or their brand name into 2 portions, you suddenly find, yes, there is a logic behind naming it in such a way. People name them on their surnames, people name them on their gods, people name their brands, company in so many ways. But the right way, friends, is to name it in such a way that it directly tells you what your business is. Or if not directly, there is a hidden element when you explain to somebody that remains embedded into the mind of the person who understands, oh, this was the meaning, oh, I did not know, and then he never forgets. So try to name your brand in a very in the best way possible, so that it reflects both the purpose. It serves both the purpose for you. Second point, when you are talking about a name, the brand name, the color combination, the color scheme, the sort of color which you adopt to write that particular name or the brand is also very important. Every color has a certain meaning. Every color attracts a certain sort of, certain sort of aura. It has certain aura which reflects your true nature of the brand. So try to select the colors. There are logical ways to select a color. I will not go into detail, but yes, the color, selecting the right color is very important. There are players in the market who have a name in a certain color, just an underline with a different color, and there is a meaning. Try to give logical meaning to every part of your name. So whether it's name, whether it's color has to reflect what you're talking about, and color has to talk about what is the nature of the company, what is the nature of the brand, why you have put in that color, and what does it mean. See, all these things make sense when you talk about your company presentation. When you present your company to a potential customer, you have 2-3 minutes to talk about why this name, why this color, and trust me, when you talk like this, it gets really fixed onto the mind of your potential customers. So try to use the right color scheme, try to use the right color combination, try to use the best possible way to make the color and the name make sense to your customers. Now I will talk about the logo. Usually there are 2 ways in which people work. Either they use the name of the brand as their logo. So there's no particular logo. The name itself is a logo. The other is you have a name and then you have a logo also. So sometimes what happens, the name doesn't actually is able to give out the best possible description of your company or the work which you are doing. So it also makes sense to have a logo besides your name. So the combination of the name and the logo makes the things more stronger, more visible, and it also serves a purpose. It also serves as a purpose of identifying the company and the brand with something which is a combination of the two. Like you see my company's logo, and my company name is the Solution Providers. The Solution Providers gives very specific meaning of the business which my company is into. We provide solutions to the business issues, business problems, anything which any company might use our services to solve their business problem. That's why we call ourselves Solution Providers. Now the logo, you see red color logo, which is actually is trying to explain that what we have used is we have tried to show a growth. There is a growth pattern with use of 3 square pegs. So we are just using 3 cubes, putting it in such a manner that it helps to increase and grow your business. So why 3 cubes? Because 3 cubes are most simplest form of design which is available. Using this, if I am able to make an arrow which is pointing upward, I'm just telling you that my company as the Solution Providers, in its simple manner, in the simplistic way, makes your company, your business grow. And that's why I always use with my communication, we help your businesses grow. So this is about my name and the logo, and this is how actually the combination you also may use for your brand and for your name of the company. Now once your name, the color combination and the logo is defined, now we move to the real game. That is, now we have to communicate this to our target audience. Before doing that, we have to position our brand. So once we have done all these 3 things, we talk about what we are, what products we are into, where do we find ourselves in relation to the other products which are available, how do we identify ourselves. Are we quality and price conscious? Are we quality and durable conscious? Are we talking about something else? So between 2-3 variables, we can try to position our brand. Once we position our brand, that is going to spell out all other future endeavors for us, because we would know now that which market we are positioned in. Are we talking about middle class? Are we talking about the mass? Are we talking about the niche segment? So the position helps us to answer all those things. So friends, after doing your name, color and logo, talk about positioning. Try to position your brand in the right way. Once the positioning is done, friends, then we come to the last part, which is the 5th part, which is defining our target audience and communicating to them. The whole purpose of doing everything is that we are able to communicate, reach out, and reach to the place where we are face to face with the customers. So when we talk about target audience, we have to talk about where we are positioned. In that positioning, who are the target audience, which market they are, where can I find them, what sort of demographics they are into, and once that is defined, we come to our communication strategy, which is the 5th point. The 5th point being that we are talking about the target audience and the communication strategy. Communicating is the only way by which humans have really grown, has reached to this point. And now the communication is so strong. We have digital marketing, we have online media, we have offline medias, we have campaigns and this and that. So that's where our the marketing strategy comes into picture. So after having all our brands prerequisites in place, we talk about marketing, we talk about strategy, we talk about reaching to the target audience, how to reach, how to communicate. And that is where, keeping everything in mind, we create a good brand for ourselves. And once we reach to the customers, you will realize that all these points which you have put into making your brand right serves the purpose of getting the customers. So friends, try to follow these 5 points and you will see the difference. If already you are having a name and a logo and everything, and you feel that something is not correct, anytime you can go and change that. If you are registered with a certain name, then you have to see how to adapt to a new name or a new logo. But trust me, when you have these 2-3 things right, it is very easy for you to reach to the right customers, communicate your product, your services, your brand, your philosophy of the company, and get the business. So friends, try to do this, and if you face any problem or you think there's something which we can help on, please connect with us. We would be gladly be able to guide you and make the necessary things which you are looking forward to making a brand right. Not to mention, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and follow my channel for future videos.